First impression of George was that he was very much all there in the present. And he also was different in regard to the poise and polish one saw through the years develop. And he probably had more confidence and poise than many of his peers. And a lot of personal warmth that came across, and being very honest and direct about his feelings.
I first met George. I'd cut high school at Lincoln, went over to Lowell to hang out. I knew Cappy, and then that's when I met George.
I moved to San Francisco in February of 1969. Shortly thereafter, I was invited by my brother-in-law, Ronald Pelosi, and his wife, Barbara, then, to join them for a reception they were going to. At that reception, I met George Moscone within the first few months that I was in San Francisco. My husband, Paul, and I were in San Francisco. We met George and Gina. And when you met him, you knew that this was a very charismatic figure.
George was pretty good as a ball player. He was had a bad temper, and he'd get mad. And his great weakness was he thought he could fake somebody by looking to the right and throwing it to the left, which would get picked off as many times as not. But George was very good.
He was a courageous leader who thought in an entrepreneurial, fresh way about how to go forward. And it was really a tragedy for our city when his career was cut short. It was a personal loss for many of us who knew him and loved his family so much. But speaking of him as a public figure, he made a valuable contribution. Too bad it could not have. Who knows where he might have gone from there.
Well, I've never gotten over the loss of Moscone. And every time I go to San Francisco, I miss him so much.